Welcome everyone to Just Steve episode 348. Today is April 15th, 2017. It's Celebration Day in the United States as our taxes are due. But I filed my taxes months ago, so I didn't even notice that it was April 15th until I was saying it right now. So I don't even care. I don't care. In fact, by the time you're seeing this video, it's not. So nobody cares. But here's what we do care about: atomic chess. Every time you capture a piece, boom, it blows up. The capturing piece blows up. Everything around it blows up. Asterisk, except pawns. But we're going to put a little twist on that. Usually, as an atomic chess player, you just play aggressively as possible, get those pieces out and attack the opponent. Today, we're going to try the opposite approach, a more defensive approach, starting with f3 as white, the most passive move. It's actually kind of a smart move because it keeps the opponent out of your kingly area. But just with a more defensive mindset, we're going to see if we can stymie the opponent in his lines of attack and then win. Let's play a game of atomic chess right now. This is our esteemed website, lichess.org. I think we're going to have an opponent. It is I used to be better, so let's send him an exclamation mark and play 1 f3. Excellent, excellent. I'm so looking forward to this. I can get my mouse to click. I love it when my mouse clicks. Okay, f3 has been played. I used to be better is just sitting there. So what he did actually was he put a game seek out for 1 minute and 4 seconds added per move because he knows that's my favorite time control. So when I put that seek out, it automatically slurped up his seek like a reverse vacuum cleaner, like a forwards vacuum cleaner, which is kind of the best kind. So I actually saw that right up here in this area of the board, of the game seek window, right here, right there. Right, there it is, except that one's 3+2. But we're waiting for our opponent here, and he's not moving, so let's now send him a question mark, and he's still not moving, so I'm going to abort him instead of giving birth, and we're going to play against Tom's instead. Tom's, I love you. You saved the show. Let's play f3 over here instead, because we were about to just sit there for 30 minutes and do nothing. Now instead, we're going to play atomic chess with Tom's. Your turn, Tom's. Kind of bad luck here. Nobody moves his chess pieces. Oh, he says smiley face. So let's give him a nose back, and then we'll play a e4. So f3 is actually a very useful move because enemy knights love to move into these areas in atomic chess, and that prevents that. So atomic chess, when you capture a piece, it blows up. So for example, if I come out here, he blocks with the knight, and I take that, my bishop blows up as well because every capturing piece explodes when it captures. That means it's stupid, but you also really change your techniques and strategies. One of the things that I've noticed recently that's not so obvious in atomic chess, this is very powerful by the way, I'm about to win by blowing up his king, is that this is what's not so obvious. This is going to be a huge discovery for you, like the size of a black hole. Boom! There goes your king, Tom. So I'll play you one more game, and then I can take this next challenger, which is going to be Eric 002. Looking forward to that. But one more game with Tom's. Let's play with a defensive mindset here as black, which won't be difficult. Oh, he's playing f3. I'm startled and amazed. Well, I'll just play f6. That'll amaze you as well. Here's the amazing thing I'm about to say, because I'm not going to sing anymore. You'll turn off the show. The quality of your pieces, and by that I mean the type, like is it a knight or a bishop, queen, pawn? The quality of your pieces does not matter in atomic chess. Nearly as much as you think. Now, it matters a little bit, because if you're queen against pawn, you'll probably win if you like move your queen on top of his king and he blows up and you win, right? So you'll probably win that way. Here I'm threatening checkmate by blowing up his king. And this is a very clever technique where I could just blow up his bishop while taking a pawn, so I'll get ahead. But I'll just leave that there, because if he takes me, he blows up his bishop as well, so there's no big deal no matter who takes who here. In fact, now I can do a thing that's really cool, which is this. This is going to be a strong attack, just wait and see. And then this, and then when he blocks me, then I can do this and blow up his knight, and I'm still coming in here. It's going to be pretty scary for him. Okay, he gave up his queen. So now, queens are better, okay? So when I say the type doesn't matter, unless it's queens are, yeah, I think that's obvious. So here, then here, then here. This should work. This should work. I mean, he could block stuff with his D pawn like this, but then I can blow it up, and so I think then I'll win. I can blow up all the things that he blocks with. Oh, I can't blow up all the things that he blocks with. See, watch this. This is pretty fun. Boom! I love blowing up things. This is great. But let me get to the point that I was pointing at. I have to play here just in time. Stop his rook from coming in. And now I'm ahead a million things. So what I'm trying to say about the type not mattering is quantity versus quality. I have a greater quantity of pieces here. That is way more important in atomic chess than quantity. In atomic chess, if you've got a pawn and the opponent has a bishop, that's not a big deal. That's not a big deal because it's one thing against one thing. And when his bishop comes down to, you know, checkmate you, and he wants to take a free pawn, he has to blow himself up to do that. You cannot capture a piece without blowing yourself up. That's why. But here he's down 1, 2, 3, 4 things. So he's going to lose. I'm going to make a queen here just for fun. You know, there's something wrong with my bitrate. Again, I'm going to see if I can modify that. Because I'm skipping frames and stuff in the stream. See if that works. Let's make a queen here. Seems like it would be good. My bitrate's really jumping around. It's not being depressed properly. That's weird. Another funny thing about Atomic is that you don't need your king to checkmate. All you need is the queen to just sit on top of the enemy king because he can't take you without blowing himself up like a terrorist. So, boom, there he goes. In fact, you don't want the king. If your king is out here helping, then actually it's a problem because let's say your king is here. He can actually move next to you. Good game, Toms. I'm going to play against Eric now because I said I would, and I'm such an honest guy. I'm going to do that instead. But thank you for the games, Toms. That was really fun. And I like how you started with F3. Eric doing it as well. F3, F6, defensive atomic. Double exclam to you, Eric. Let's do this. Chess whiz, chess whiz, chess whiz I see on the screen and have been for several minutes. Capablanca, great to see you. I thought you died. A question, why is the video quality so low? It's not low. It's simply your perception of the video quality. Everyone has the same video quality though. Okay, so in this position, when you've got pawn-pawn against pawn-pawn, what do you do? The answer is nothing. And if the opponent captures, then you just start pushing like mad. So when my pawn gets here, he can't take it. When my pawn gets here, he can't take it. You see the problem if he takes it? I blow him up. Boom! Right? So this pawn is going to get all the way here. Maybe he'll be able to block it and be like, ah, ah. But I think he'll just die. I think I'm going to play it one more square here. Everyone's stream is blurry, but it's better to be blurry than drop frames. That's my opinion. I really tried to move my router. So my router is away, and I think that's the problem. I'm dropping packets away from my router. But I tried to move it up here, and it's a DSL modem router combo, and oh boy, this is going to be scary. How will I not lose? This way, check. Now he will be the one that loses. So if I promote to a queen, and he plays queen f7, that would be bad. So let's block this. I'm barely surviving. And now, let's see who's ahead. He has 7 pawns. I have 6, so he's ahead by 1 pawn. He has 5 pieces, and I have 6, so I'm ahead by 1 piece. The thing is, I have a queen. Do you remember that asterisk about queens? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this with the queens. Check. This is pretty deadly. This is pretty deadly. So if I play up here, he has this brilliant block right there. That's actually, it's really useful to just put something in his face like that, because I can't take it without blowing myself up. But what happens if I play here? I think he's pretty much going to blow up. I think he's going to blow up. I don't see how you're not going to blow up, man. But if he gets this way, that would be stupid. GG, he says. There we go. That stops this. This is pretty dumb. Let's blow up all the things. Like, I don't know how to checkmate this guy, so I'll just capture all his pieces in one move and solve the problem later. So his king is next to my king. This creates an interesting problem because if I take something that, yeah, you know what I mean? You don't know what I mean. Well, let me tell you, it's a problem. Let's get the rest of my pieces developed. If he plays rook d1, I can blow up both his final pieces there in one move. So I think he's got trouble. He's ahead by one pawn. Got to watch out for that. Hmm. I'm ahead by a lot. So I think I can afford to have stuff happen like this that blows up my knight and pawn. And I just got ahead by another unit there, an extra pawn. I'm going to play this. I know it loses my queen for a pawn. That's part of my strat. You might think that was a bad move, but it was a great move. So because the kings are next to each other, I can't take his king or it would blow up my king. It's a really weird consequence of atomic chess. But he can't do anything either. There's nothing around my king that he can blow up, you see? Only his own pieces, which you can't capture your own pieces. So I'm perfectly safe here. Meanwhile, I can promote. So that's my plan. He does have an extra pawn here in this pawn majority, 4 against 3. But once that becomes a threat, I can just trade my rook for that last pawn. So, oh, let's not lose my queen, though. Tie him down a little bit here. Make him trade his knight for this pawn. That's my plan. It's actually difficult to win this position. So he could take this and blow up my pawn. Nope, the pawn doesn't blow up. Pawns don't blow up in those kinds of explosions. H. Peck Christensen. H. Peck Christensen in the chat says, "Hey Chess Whiz," and I say hey to that. He says, "Are there any of your Bitcoin videos? That is Introduction to Cryptocurrency for Dummies." I've never heard of that video, so I think you made that up. But I do have a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency related, let's throw this away, YouTube channel actually. So there are, and thank you for asking. I go under the pseudonym Kronos. If you search for Kronos Bitcoin, you can actually find my YouTube channel and then watch videos of me talking about things that aren't chess. And it's super weird because at the beginning of the episode, it's not even an episode, it's like a video. And I'm like, "Hi," I say, "I'm Kronos," I say in the video. And all my Chess Whiz guys are like, "Oh, that's not Kronos. I know who you are. You're Chess Whiz." I get comments all the time. They're like, "You're not Kronos. You're Chess Whiz." But it turns out I'm not either. I'm actually somebody else. So it doesn't really matter what I say I am. So here's the plan. How do I win this game? Because the kings are next to each other. The trick to winning this game is to make his king move away from my king using a technique called slurpees. I made that name up. How are we going to do it? My king here, my two queens here, his king here, and what happens? He has to move his king that way. That's the plan. It's easy when you got two queens. Ta-da! He has to move his king away. Really weird consequences of atomic chess here, the way this played out. But now his king is away from my king, and he going to die. Boom. Good game, Eric. Let's play our next challenger. We've got Mohammed Drese. We also have a challenger who's challenging with a really slow time control, so we're going to decline that. It's like 10 seconds a move. I don't have time for that, but I do have time for Mohammed. GGGLHF. In Korea, they actually say GG at the start of the game. Super weird, because it's supposed to stand for good game, which means I hope you had a good game. But I don't know why, but they say like good game, like I hope you have a good game over in South Korea where they play cool games. Hmm. I'm likely to die here. It's very difficult to play this correctly. If I play e5 and he plays knight here, then will I die? Take, and he plays bishop here. So his bishop is sitting here, and I've got to block that with knight c6. So bishop here, knight here. Then I think I'm okay because he doesn't have this move. It's so dangerous. Also, this move, very dangerous because he's got this diagonal going, but he's blocked himself off with his defensive f3, so I think I'm okay. Eric wants to know why I only played one game with him. I only played one game with Eric, he says in the chat, but I played 2 games with Tom's. Life is not fair. You know what, Eric? You are so right. I thought about that and I totally agree. Life is not fair. In fact, I go out of my way to create unfair situations just to teach you that life is not fair. In fact, someday when you have cancer, you're going to say, this is not fair. My neighbor doesn't have cancer. And then you'll remember, Ches was only played one game with me and he played 2 games with Tom's. So it's completely reasonable that I should have cancer right now. See how that works? This might be very dangerous, actually. If I take this and the bishop comes in here and then I have to block like this, but then boom, and blowing up my knight, and then, oh, I'm dying. This could happen. This could be a thing. Let's start with this move. Kind of make some extra space here. Now. That's my move. So that this isn't deadly, so that the bishop can't come in here. Now this is my move. How bad is this going to get? The knight's critical for defending this square, actually, because this is very scary in certain lines. I mean, he comes in here, he's threatening to blow up my king, so I push it, and then the bishop could come in here, except the knight can barely hold that, and then the pawn can move up here. Very close. Very close. Okay. So how bad could this be? The queen is blocked by his f-pawn. I'm so glad I'm playing f3 atomic so that my opponents start with that bad move. Let's try this. Seems bad, so I'll do it. Oh, 3 notifications. Oh, that's scary. Followers. Capablanca is following me on Twitch. That's scary. Oh, Capablanca. He's dead, see. Capablanca died in the 1930s, I think, or 1920s, a long time ago. So it's always scary to find out that he's following you. Let's make some extra space here. Oh, he could play this. I need to get this fixed. Oh, now he's got this move. Oh, no. Oh, no, and this is going to be so bad. I'm like, I better not lose 2 pieces. I better lose 3 pieces. Boom. Okay, so new plan is move this rook to a file where I win. I have to use the fact that I'm very mobile here to win this game. If I take this, blowing up his bishop, his queen can come in here and I'll die. So let's do this. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. Help! Help! Boom! Oh, that doesn't work. Boom! Oh, I guess I'll resign. Man, that's disappointing. Muhammad, I'm only playing one game with you. Look at this. 3 challengers. I could play Kurt Bursch, David Yit. Look at these choices up here. There's so many challengers here. I'm going to decline the casual 3-0. This guy's not paying attention, but I'll definitely play David Yit because he has playing with my favorite time control. 1+4. And that's my best move right there. What went wrong in that game, by the way, is that I had the black pieces. Whoever moves second loses in atomic chess. So that's what I fixed in this game. I'm already playing better. Is this scary? Is this scary? If I play d4, he throws away his knight. I take it, he throws away his other knight. Ah! So let's just do this. More defensive anyway, which is the whole point of the show. I'm new to this game, says Bootvinik. Bootvinik. You spelled your name wrong. It's Botvinik. And in this game, you try to blow up all the things. So if there's a capture, I'll just reiterate the rules here. Then everything around, let's say I take this, right? Everything around the capturing piece is removed from the board except pawns. So in this case, just the capturing piece and the captured piece, which I'm going to play right now because I would hate to have him take this, blow up all these things. That'd be pretty bad. So far, I've just moved pawns. That means I'm doing well. Yeah, this is good. Do I need to play g3 here? I think so. I don't want him to play knight g3 and cause trouble. It's so painful because an enemy piece can't really be captured. You'll blow yourself up trying. So he plays in here. I'm like, oh, I'll save my rook. And then he plays this knight here. Wait, here. And it's just obnoxious. I can't take it. But this looks good. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. So now I have all the space. I can just walk up like this. He's in big trouble. We play a lot of interesting chess variants on this show. Oh, I changed my view. Oops. Yeah, so over there, chesswiz.tv, the website, you can find out what's coming up next on the show. I'm also highly considering a new series. Let's do this. This is going to be fun. And then this, and then you'll be like, oh. I wish I could get a microphone so I could just hear the dying sounds. But I can't really hear him, so I'll just imagine that he's saying that. I assume that's actually a word in French, because in French you're just like, the whole language is spoken through your nose. So it probably means help, I'm dying in French. I think I'm going to eat some orange while I... Let's just do that. By the way, for those of you wondering, can't take the knight. It would blow up my bishop, which is dumb. Yeah. B5 saves him here. But then, more trouble. So I'm not winning as much as I thought I would be. It's definitely a mystery. It's kind of closed up here. Let's take a quick count of the score. We each have 7 pawns. We each have 3 minor pieces and 2 rooks, so it's actually tied up. I think I'm doing great with these extra pieces. Let's close this up a little more. Because I have knights and he has bishops, maybe I want it closed. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is going to gain a tempo on him because I'm threatening this. So he has to move that there. And then, in the interest of winning, I'll keep moving. I want to get my knight in here. So it's going to come from here, which is going to come from here, which is going to come from here. However, if I get this close, he'll take me. Let's play that. He cannot move his knight, or I will. Boom. This is stuck right here. This should work. See, having your king, no space like this, very, very bad for him. Very bad. Because you're just tied up. And anything that gets too close to you will win. Like, for example, if my knight gets right here, then I will win. Because when I take this pawn, it blows up his king. So he can't move this knight, or I take him. He can't move this bishop unless he jumps, which bishops can't do. They have long robes. The king could move here. I guess that's what he'll do. The rook could go here and then here and then here and then here and then here. Maybe that's his strategy. He's in big trouble. And there we go. There's the checkmate. Wow, good game, David. Yet good game. Awesome. Yeah, so what you want to learn from this game is don't let somebody do this with their pawns in front of your face. You have to kind of push back there. Our next opponent here is how do you pronounce this one? I.J. Nelson, 137. Good luck. Let's see how we do. It used to be that shift keys didn't work very well, so you just kind of turned into ones there, and then it became a thing. So that's what I do now. I do things. Okay, Nelson. Oh, he's playing so aggressively. Knight f3. Actually, f6 is a forced move. For those of you who are new to this variant, you have to play f6 against knight f3. Otherwise, the knight comes down here, and then down here, and then boom, your king is gone, which is bad. So this is actually difficult to defend here. So knight h6. Will that work? Will knight h6 work here? So then here, and then here. f3 here. Knight comes in, the king, and then boom. Okay, so that's not very good. What about c6? c6 is okay. Then there, I have to take bishop comes down, check. I have to play knight c6. Queen here, check. I have to play g6, and then the queen can move here or here. Then I have to play here. Let's see if this works. The queen moves super. It's super hard to defend this stuff. And then I lose all the things. Oh, now if I take this, I think this is okay. Bishop here and king out. I just had this position because I was practicing for this show, so I think I'm going to survive this. King here. He takes this. Then I play. This is actually all book, so then I blow this up. And white's ahead by about 1 pawn here, but surprise! White's ahead by 1 pawn in the opening position, so it's not that bad for me here. Then bishop here. Actually, b3 is not the move recommended by the engine. I think the right move was d4. Maybe I'll play this and let him have that. I think I will go this way because this threatens 2 things, both good. This blowing up his king, this blowing up his rook. So let's try to come around on this side now. So I take, he castles. I come down here. He challenges me. I go here. He comes down here and check. He's losing, right? So he can't come down. So he goes here. Then I blow up his pawn and his bishop. Sorry, his rook. Then he's got 2 pawns here. Let's count. He's got 2 pawns left. I took this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 6 pawns in total. I've got 5 and a knight. I don't think I can win that. But I don't think I'll lose it, which is good for 2 reasons. First of all, I'm the black player, so I'm on the back foot anyway. In atomic chess, white does better with that extra move. Secondly, his rating is hundreds of points higher. So how about a draw? So rook here, 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 rooks like that, and then I take and blow up his rook. And then I think I have a draw. When I trade my knight for this pawn, it's pretty much over. So let's see if I can survive. Oh no! Not a great way to start. Can't trade my knight for this pawn anymore. I'm going to be down a pawn. Oh, and he's got the check. Now I lose because I've moved my king to the back rank. He blundered. uh, Maybe this isn't a blunder. I'm down a pawn on this side of the board. I'm even on this side of the board, so he's just ahead a pawn. Boy, that is not good. Threatening checkmate here. Then I'm coming back again. At some point, I'm going to trade my rook for this pawn. And at that point, I hope that he will only have a rook and king against king, which I can draw. But if he has any pawns left over, then he could trade his rook for one of them and then win. I have to keep the rooks on the board here, so I can't move here. Because then he could check me. I can't move to the c-file at all. Then he would check me on the c-file, and then he would blow up rook for rook and promote this. So this is a draw if he runs his rook like a windmill, and I'm going to play toward that because I'm down a pawn. So he has to think of something smarter here. It's actually a very difficult ending. I think he has a win, actually. I think with best play, he can just win. But it's not simple, because I am threatening stuff like this, which would be checkmate. This not as threatening if he pushes his pawn. I'm kept out. I can't take it without blowing up my own rook. Right now, he also has the problem that I could play this check and then this check. Then, yeah, that would actually win, check. So if he moves here or here, I move behind the pawn that he got close to. Oh, this could, oh, he's going to block with rook. His pawn is so close, but I've got this threat here. So if he pushes this pawn, I can come around and do that, which is at least a draw, maybe a win. He can't get his king out very well, so I can just check him perpetually with my rook. I'll say, I don't think he could avoid like this shape of move like happening to him. Oh, how do I get in there? How do I get in? I'm going to have to trade my rook for this pawn now. I'll just check him for fun, and then I'll take it. Okay. What are we looking at? He can trade his rook for this pawn and then promote. He wins. I wonder if I could have drawn that. I wonder if I could have. That was so close. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was so close. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Checkmate. I got to resign this. Look at that promotion. Man, you beat me, you Nelson. That was a good game. I only have time for one more game. So out of our 3 opponents here, we're only going to pick one. Kurt Busch, Am I Chess, and Milkweed. All atomic. Very good. Weed. I'm going to play with Milkweed because he has a huge rating. What I've noticed actually, guys, is that people with huge ratings, I want to play you guys, but we don't have time. I'm so sorry. People with huge ratings, people with great skills and amazing ability get preferential treatment in the universe. And that's maybe why we, oh, look at that F3. I'm going to send him a smiley face. I love that F3. I'll play F6 against him. That's maybe why we try to get higher ratings. You might notice that people value their rating over their actual ability, even though the ability is supposed to show your rating. I mean, your rating's supposed to show your ability. Actually, people care about the rating. And so, but it is true. I mean, last night I walked into a ping pong club. No kidding. Like, there's these people playing ping pong in this club. I think I can play e4 here. E4 knight. Did we just have this? And then the bishop knight 6. I think I lost this way. What if I play d5? Let's see how bad it is. F3 is very helpful here. I don't want him to play queen here because I would lose. So I walk in. Everyone is a stranger to me, except for the guy who I came with. So there's like a dozen or 2 dozen people hitting a little ball back and forth on a table. Grown men who should be doing useful things like planting seeds and watering them are actually hitting a little ball, and they don't even feel embarrassed because they're in the context of other people doing that weird activity. I walk in there, and the amount of people who want to play me is 0. But that's only because of my skill. If I were an amazing table tennis player, they would be flocking around me like, oh, thank you for coming to our club. And they would want to play me simply because of my skill. So if you think that's unfair, it is. And too bad. Your life is unfair. Just get better at it, right? Look at Milkweed here, 2,600. He's the one that gets to play against Chess Whiz. If you want to play against Chess Whiz, you got to be Milkweed, and then I'll play you. So that's that. This is going to be obnoxious. Remember last time when this happened? It blew up my queen and everything else at the same time? It was awful. I hope that doesn't happen again. Let's play this. Oh, the same thing is happening again. He's going to blow up 2 pieces with 1 and then just grind me into a victory. I'm just going to get ground into a victory. It's terrible. It's terrible. Hello, D-Tibur. Thanks for joining us. You also are asking why I'm so blurry right now. I just woke up really blurry. I hope it passes. So I think he has a win here. I mean, I don't have any useful things I can do except defend, whereas he can blow up 2 pieces with 1. If I play this move, which seems so great in that other game, he can play check and blow everything up, which isn't very good for me to get blown up. So let's play this so he doesn't utilize the square too much. There goes my bishop. I don't care. Too bad I can't, like, oh, I could do this. Yes! No! Now he can play this move and blow up my rook that way. So take, bishop, take, and I'm dead that way. Is that true? Is that true? No, I've got queen d5 and then take. Ah! Ooh. I'll play b5 because I can't let him take all those things at once with his queen. It's true that he just wins by taking here and threatening to destroy me this way, but what can you do? I mean, you got to choose. How are you going to lose? There's no other option. Oh, if I do this, he could play pawn takes pawn. I hope he does, because then I could come down here. He's only 2,600. He'll probably blunder. Makes sense to me. Deatable, I love your name. I love it. He did! He did! Now I can win! I'm gonna beat this 2,600. Watch this move. Shazam! Boom! 2,600 and 0. Oh. Oh. Well, except for that, I guess. So if you're just seeing Chesswiz TV for the first time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You have to click like down there on the subscribe button because we play epic chess variants. Epic. And this is the one place in the entire internet where you can find chess variants only as epic as we play here. Epic. They're epic. In fact, they're epic. The other thing I want to say to you is you're watching live, so there's no subscribe button. Well, you can follow on Twitch. That's good. The really cool thing, though, if I switch over to this view, you can see it, this view over here, is episode 348. We are almost at episode 350. So close. We're within about 2 episodes. And we're going to do something really cool and different for episode 350. So don't miss that. You should definitely stick around. Maybe just sit in your chair for a week or two. So because you're going to want to see that episode. And I'm just telling you that now so you can get popcorn ready for that. This has been Chesswiz TV. Thanks for watching.